team fouls are even at 3 apiece. 2:01 left in the third quarter, with the Cardinals up by 10 on the Jeep Eagle scoreboard.
The National Jeep Sale is back. Your opportunity to get a great deal on one of America's legendary adventure vehicles. Lease the award-winning Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo for just $368 a month, or the exciting Jeep Cherokee Sport for only $259 a month with no charge air. And check out the all-new, fun-loving '97 Wrangler. But you must see your dealer now, because something this exciting will be over before you know it.
See your local Jeep and Eagle dealer today.
Before your next haircut, ask yourself a few quick questions. Is your hair salon open evenings and weekends? Great Clips is. Does your hair salon clearly post their prices?
$21? Last time it was only $16.
Great Clips does. Are the stylists at your hair salon courteous and friendly? Are they professionally trained? Do they stand behind their work? If your hair salon is Great Clips, then you already know the answers. Great Clips. Guaranteed satisfaction, guaranteed style.
Welcome back to the St. Paul Civic Center. The Cardinals of Staples Motley have jumped on the Redhawks here in the third quarter. They've outscored them 19-8 in the third quarter. Jeff Yeager is yet to score in the game. Out of bounds. Against the Cardinals. Ball rolled out of bounds off of Yeager, and Peter Hamburg will put the ball in play. Dombrowski has his cross-court pass tipped out of bounds by Kelly. Coming up in just a little while, we'll have the state championship game between Fertile Beltrami and Minneapolis North. This is Watson, and he hits a three. Brett Watson now with 5 points. Stolen by Watson. And he's got another one. And the Redhawks are turning up the heat defensively. Foul called on Dan Olson, his second.
You see him looking for the trap there. They really are pressuring in a full court man. They play a tough half court man too, but they feel the momentum starting to go toward Minnehaha Academy.
1:10 left in the third. Inbounded to Heyer. And now Kelly will bring the ball up the floor. He's such a good ball handler that they, once he touches the ball, usually the press backs off. Kelly for three. He has 4 3-pointers, 3 of them in the third quarter. And 20 points for Eric Kelly.
He's also the quarterback of the football team, runs the hurdles and track, and has a 3.98 GPA. Busy guy.
Dombrowski to Hamburg. Hamburg's got a nice shot. 7 points for the freshman.
Hamburg playing more and more confidently throughout the state tournament.
Heyer stops, feeds Addison underneath. Nice play between the two big guys for Staples Motley.
I'm not sure if that was a pass or if it got blocked and just happened to find its way over.
Johnson had his shot blocked by Addison. Heyer with the rebound, now to Yeager. High off the glass. A very good third quarter for the Cardinals. They were down by a point coming into the quarter. They leave the quarter up by
8. You are not the first. Millions have come this way before. Many more will come after. And yet, you are unique. There is no other life experience, no other mind, no other body exactly like yours, which is why we offer so many different healthcare options. Because while your path is not new, you will always feel you were the first to walk it.
Being a parent means getting the most for your money. Introducing the 96 Lumina. For a lot less than Ford Taurus GL, you get 24-hour roadside assistance, a bumper-to-bumper limited warranty, and now you can get a great lease payment on a well-equipped Lumina. You see, we've worried about everything, so you don't have to. The 1996 Lumina, a car your family can trust.
Test drive one today at your Heartland Chevrolet Geo dealers.
Kramer and Janet Carvin in courtside. Jeff Grayson also here tonight, bringing you the final night of high school basketball in the state of Minnesota. Our championship game coming up a little bit later on tonight. Fertile Beltrami, Class A entry against Minneapolis North, the defending champs, the AA entry. Cardinals lead by 8 as we begin play here in the fourth quarter. Kazuka with the drive. Otteson all alone underneath. He was blocked and fouled by Kudrowski. That's his third.
Staples Motley really getting the kind of shots that they want in the third quarter. As you can see here, the nice pass inside to Otteson. He doesn't get the shot to go, but what a great shot. 9 for 12 from the field in the third quarter for Staples Motley. That's great shooting.
13 for Otteson, and Lynn Peterson would tell you, as Bill Carlson wistfully hoped for some of his free throws to come last night rather than in the first half tonight. Lynn Peterson probably says, where was that good field goal shooting last night against North?
Yeah.
Kelly to the corner. Otteson dribbled it off his foot, or off the foot of Kudrowski. Apparently the Cardinals will keep it.
Otteson's dad, Rick, is actually a statistician for Staples Motley. Also has coached boys basketball for the 7th and 8th graders.
Inside, Heyer on the inbounds from Yeager.
What a nice strong move by Chris Heyer there. Staples Motley up by 11, looking strong.
15 points for Heyer. Kudrowski's three, or was it a three? He found Johnson right underneath the basket. Again, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll say it was a pass.
As you look right there, the shot was short. And there's the foul committed on Johnson. All 5 players from Minnehaha Academy, including this young man, can shoot the three-pointer. And that definitely will help them down the stretch.
A dozen for Mark Johnson. The foul was called on Dan Otteson. That is his third foul. 2 free throws for Mark Johnson. Blocking foul on Mark Johnson. And that is the 6th foul on the Redhawks.
You can see Johnson there moving in, not quite set. Oh, nice pass.
And reverse layup for Eric Kelly. 11 in each half for Eric Kelly.
I believe that was Otteson with the beautiful bounce pass for Kelly.
Missed 3, picked up by Kudrowski. Now Watson in the lane is fouled by Yeager, I believe. 3rd foul on Jeff Yeager.
Well, Yeager didn't do too much, but there were enough Staples Motley's players pinching him in there that there was no place for him to go. And you can see the miss by Kudrowski. That was a tough shot with the angle. rebound there, and the foul came after that.
Watson with 8 points, all in the second half. And he did not play the entire first half, sat on the bench for a good part of the time with John Altemeyer starting. On the Menard scoreboard, the Cardinals of Staples Motley have a 9-point lead.
In the spring with savings at Menard. Create a new look with carpeting from Surfaces. Palmetto is great for high traffic areas, including steps and decks, now just $5.59 a square yard. Give your walls a new look for spring with Berkeley and Borden wallpaper. Save on many beautiful patterns starting at just $5.92 a double roll. Unroll the beauty of Berkeley and Borden at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
You may never see these numbers again. 4-8 financing or $2,000 cash back. The great percent event is coming to an end, so get a great deal while you can. Like 4-8 financing for 48 months or $600 cash back on Ford Taurus, Ranger, Contour, and Probe. 4-8 financing or $1,000 cash back on the 3-door Escort or Windstar, and up to $2,000 cash back on Bronco. You may never see these numbers again. 4-8 financing or $2,000 cash back. So get them while you can. Get to your Northland Ford dealer today.
Staples Motley leading 54-45. Flirtation going courtside.
Those two had quite a dance routine going on here at halftime. They didn't know it, but they were the halftime entertainment.
Yeah, that's right.
For the Civic Center.
Justin Nosneski in the ball game for the Red Hawks. Cardinals will get the basketball with 6:37 left in the fourth quarter. Zuka steps back, looked like he was going to deliver a long bomb to Kelly. Instead, he threw it inbounds to Yeager.
The Cardinal mascot really has a great sense of humor. I don't know if it was a he or she, but they were pestering the men that were sweeping the floor during halftime and standing in front of their brooms and trying to take their brooms away from them. It was really quite funny.
Johnson drives off the glass, gets it to go down, and he's got 15 points in the game. And the Red Hawks now pulled within 7. And the Cardinals getting a little sloppy with the basketball. Kelly misfired to Yeager.
Well, Kelly had 3 red shirts coming at him, so he wanted to get rid of it, but he didn't locate his teammate first.
Cardinals had such a good third quarter. The fourth quarter's not gone well for them. Johnson from 12 feet. Rebounded by Otteson.
They're not booing Dan Otteson. That they're calling him Moose. That is his nickname.
He used to be a lot bigger than he is. He's dropped 65 pounds from his weight when he was a freshman. This is incredible. Otteson with a miss inside, and now a foul, his 4th of the game. Frustration foul, I think. Well, he just went after the rebound and caught Kudrowski. Team fouls are even now, 6 apiece. Johnson fouled in the lane. If that's on Otteson, that's his 5th, but I think it's on Yeager. They were double teaming the ball, and the foul will go against Yeager. Now he's got foul trouble. He's got 4. All 4 of his fouls coming in the second half.
Here's Coach Lynn Peterson from Staples Motley. Bill Carlson, from the coach from Minnehaha Academy, was yelling at his team, "Get the ball over here." He wanted the ball inside on that side, and probably to take it right at Otteson with the foul situation. They were posting up Mark Johnson.
Rebound tip to Kelly. Red Hawks within 6. 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. This the 3rd place game of the '96 tournament. Fire guarded by Kudrowski. Redhawks are really getting physical now in their man-to-man defense. Kelly into the lane. He's knocked to the floor, and a foul called on Nozneski, I believe. That'll move the Cardinals into the bonus situation. Foul.
Pressure defense.
Yeah, it's on Eric Johnson, and that is his 5th foul. 33, not 34. Eric Johnson fouls out without a point.
He fouled out of last night's game also.
Watson comes back in for the Redhawks. Johnson, a senior. His high school basketball days are over. Eric Kelly going to the line.
22 at the line, Kelly.
Kelly has 22 points, 11 in each half, and now he adds another free throw.
It's Lynn Peterson's 8th trip to the state tournament in the last 17 years. Both of these teams also, by the way, are excellent students. 3.3 grade point average for both Staples Motley and Minnehaha Academy.
On the Menard scoreboard, the Cardinals lead by 8.
The Thompsons got their home equity installment loan from First Bank, not just because they could finance their car and deduct the interest, or get convenient ways to manage their money, or pay for the new addition to their home. They chose First Bank because the bank loaned them 100% of the equity in their home, which let them consolidate their finances and their family all at once.
For special rates and no closing costs, apply by phone today.
Guess what? When you buy Frontier Grass Herbicide and Banville, you'll get cash back on both. Or buy Frontier and Clarity, cash back on both. Or buy Frontier and Marksman, you guessed it. It's called Cash Partners from Sandoz. Just buy Frontier and get $12 back when it's paired with Banville or Clarity, $2.50 with Marksman. That makes our Cash Partners rewards even bigger than before. Superior performance and more cash back. Why you'd pass up this deal is anyone's guess.
Success runs in the family, in the Kudrowski family, when it comes to basketball. Jeff Grayson in the Minnehaha section. I'm with Peter Kudrowski. You may know him better as Jay Kudrowski, playing for Edina, the state 2 of the 3 Edina title teams in the 60s. What is it like watching your son, Peter, play?
It's a lot harder than playing the game. To be a parent, you die 100 times up in the stands.
Of course, your father, your son's grandfather, Peter, also played on title teams for Edison, right?
That's correct. Now I know what he went through watching me, so it's tough up here.
From the moment when you started playing sports, I mean, it was a basketball right there in your room from the start, and also with your son, or did you just sort of discover it as you went along?
We worked on it some. He always had an interest in it, as I did when I was growing up. So it's just part of our family.
Does it make you nostalgia for your days with Edina when you come out here to the Civic Center and you're watching the tournament?
Yes, yeah, it is. I'm pretty old, though, now. So I don't wish to play anymore, that's for sure.
You like sitting in the chair here watching your son?
I love watching my son play. I've got 2 daughters that I've watched, too, and that's great fun, too.
Thanks for joining us, Jeff.
Okay, thank you.
Dick?
All right, thank you very much, Jeff. The Cardinals, after a 3-point basket by Peter Hamburg, will send Otteson to the free throw line. No, they call that a clean block, I beg your pardon. And now the Cardinals turn the ball over. It's a 5-point ball game.
Jay Kudrowski, of course, played on those Edina teams. They had a dynasty, 66, 7, and 8. A lot of people remember those great teams.
Johnson trying to work around Otteson, and now Otteson and Heyer have him all tied up. Jump ball, and the Redhawks will get it back thanks to the arrow. And Mark Johnson got the worst in that predicament. And now on the inbounds, Kudrowski hits a 3. We were hoping he'd hit a 3 when his dad was on here talking about it, but he missed that 3-point basket. It's a 2-point game. Heyer makes it a 4-point game. 58-54. The Cardinals led by as many as 11 in Inside, Johnson spins and scores.
Minnehaha Academy's field goal percentage definitely heating up. And it couldn't come at a better time.
Kyle Stevens will go to the free throw line. He's had to sit on the bench a long time because of foul trouble. He's back in the game, and he goes to the line for the first time tonight. And the foul was on Justin Nosneski. His first. Red Hawks with 8 fouls. And Stevens misses the free throw, but Kelly gets the rebound. And now he lost it out of bounds, but there's a foul on Watson. Second foul on Brett Watson.
That's his second foul. And the team's second foul. 22 Kelly shooting 1-1.
Kelly will try a 1-and-1. This will be the last 1-and-1 opportunity. This being the 9th foul. The rebound and a follow-up. The Cardinals get 2 big offensive rebounds on missed free throws. Heyer nearly stole it, and he wiped out half the Red Hawk bench. Everybody's all right.
You take your chances having these good seats, you know that?
Yeah, I guess. We found that out the other night, didn't we?
That's for sure.
2:35 left in the 4th quarter of the 3rd place game. Hamburg with a 3. Johnson with a huge rebound. And a follow-up that's long, and Hamburg committed a foul, reaching over the back of Yeager. Haven't seen many freshmen in this tournament. And Hamburg getting more playing time today, and he's got a nice jump shot. He's hit 4 field goals and a couple of threes.
There's the miss by Johnson. That was kind of a fall-away jumper, a tough shot.
His first foul, the team's 10th foul.
And Jeff Yeager will go to the line for the first time, looking for his first point.
We interviewed Jeff's older brother, Blaine, who played in the state championship game last year and had such a great game and a great season leading the way for Staples Motley. He's a redshirt freshman, he told us, from Mankato State University. Playing down there. I wonder if he gave his little brother any tips for this weekend.
His little brother played a little bit last year. He was a bench player, a reserve for the Cardinals, a starter this year. Kudrowski, a long 3 rebounded by Kelly. And now Kelly will go to the line. And the Red Hawks find themselves in the second half in the same situation they found themselves in last night against Fertile Beltrami. A lot of fouling in the second half and a lot of free throws tonight for the Cardinals. Cardinals aren't doing as good a job as the Falcons did last night in making the free throws. Kelly is 5 of 6 from the line tonight. Red Hawks had it down to a 2-point deficit. You get the sense, watching Eric Kelly, that he spends an awful lot of time shooting the basketball in the offseason as well as during the season. He just looks like somebody who loves to shoot the basketball and spends a lot of time before or after practicing. And he's just got a nice stroke from the line and great jump shot. 2:11 left, and just like that, the lead's back out to 8 on the Menard scoreboard.
Hey, Boopy.
I don't think so, Baldy.
Got milk?
Into the darkness of winter, so why go out now? Because the Toyota Spring Rush is on. If you rush into your dealer, you can see Toyota's classy flagship Avalon. And while everyone else is in hibernation, get a great value on a new Camry. I'm talking best car built in America. You can drive a Camry DX home for just $229 a month. But hurry, they'll be gone before the snow melts. Brand new Toyotas, special Camry values to boot. Wow, what a rush.
Staples Motley with the lead. And it's been a nightmarish fourth quarter for Minnehaha Academy once again. A lot of fouls. And that's what cost them a berth in the championship game last night against Fertile Beltrami. Kudrowski threw it to Watson, who had cut to the lane. And the Red Hawks turn it over. Tough possession after a timeout. You sit there as a coach and you go through things, and just a little mental mistake like that. Dosneski back in the ball game, replacing Altemeyer. Inbounded to Kelly, and now he's pinched in the corner. Tipped out of bounds by Hamburg.
These officials sure get a lot of help from the players, don't they?
Yes, they do. Unsolicited.
That's one trend in the game. I'm not just pointing out Hamburg for making that gesture, but it's one trend that in basketball I really haven't liked seeing, how on every single call somebody has to say something to the official about what they thought about it. And I think coaches need to take more of a leadership role in telling their players to keep their mouths shut, to also watch their facial expressions, because I think it really does detract from the game, and it doesn't change the call.
You never complained to an official?
We weren't allowed to. We weren't allowed to. Our coach did the talking for us. And I personally, as a player, tried to really stay really unemotional about the good things that were happening in the game or the bad things.
Of course, you're always up by 25 points. What'd you have to complain about?
That's true. That's true.
Eric Kelly with 28 points. And Staples Motley has forged a 10-point lead with time running out on the Red Hawks. Kudrowski will be back for a couple more years with the Red Hawks. Hamburg, the freshman, will be back. They play catch. Now Watson steps back for a three. No good. Johnson is bumped. And the foul will go against Chris Heyer, his third. Even though the Red Hawks lose some starters through graduation, Eric Johnson, Mark Johnson, Justin Dosneski, Kudrowski, and Hamburg, and some other players, Brent Watson, who normally started prior to this game. They'll all be back. So Bill Carlson will have plenty to work with again next year.
Oh, and I think they're going to find that this success is going to ignite a spark throughout all of their basketball programs, and certainly be something that they can all be very proud of.
And Lynn Peterson will tell you that's one of the keys to his success at Staples Motley. They've been to the state tournament before. You get the whole community, including the younger kids, energized. They know what a thrill it is to get to the state tournament. They realize that they've got a good coach who, if they practice, can get them there. And it's like a snowball. I mean, it just keeps kind of getting bigger and bigger and bigger in a town like that. And you find teams like that coming back to the state tournament year in and year out. And perhaps that'll be the case for Bill Carlson. That's 1:16 left with Staples Motley up by 8.
That's a great point, though, Dick. You know, Chris Heyer, Staples Motley, has a younger brother, Matt, who's a freshman. And Matt has his credentials. He's the team photographer, you know, so he's down here in the front row. But as a freshman who also plays basketball at Staples Motley, I'm sure he and all of the younger boys in Staples Motley hope that if they work hard, they might have a chance to get down here someday, too. In the meantime, it's nice to have a brother who can get you a pass beyond press row. His nickname's Scoop.
Well, what a year, what a tournament it's been for the Red Hawks this year to defeat the top-ranked team in the 2 different classes. They, I'm sure, were frustrated with what happened last night. They had a chance to win the game. The Cardinals did not. They were pretty much smoked by the Polars in their semifinal game. But for the Red Hawks, they had a chance to get to the championship game. Just didn't work out for them. And they're seeing the same type of fourth quarter here tonight that they saw last night. Staples Motley 9 of 12 from the line in the fourth quarter alone. And Kelly will get 2 more. Kelly has gone 10 for 11 from the line tonight. He's got 30 points.
You talked about it. Kelly looking like he's played a lot of basketball. Lynn Peterson has had a league in Staples Motley for a lot of teams and boys in the area to play, and they come from all over for a real competitive league. And those summer leagues are important, just to have the ball in your hands and be playing, whether it's in your backyard, but obviously competition really helps people get better.
Tipped by Stevens. Nice play. Yeager with the loose ball, and he takes it in and scores. Nice shot by Yeager, but a better defensive play by Stevens.
Stevens has quick hands.
Kudrowski leans into a 3 and misses. Follows his shot. Lays it up hard with the right hand. Sticks with it. Misses, and it drops in. So Kudrowski with a determined effort. Missing a couple of shots, but staying after it and getting the 3rd shot to drop. And Kelly will go back to the line looking for points 32 and 33. Might see him on the all-tournament team, you think?
I think that's a good bet.
Kudrowski fouling out of the game with 19 points. And Bill Carlson goes to his bench. Jason Cutshall into the game. Troy Dahlstein in.
Well, Hamburger, of course, right there, number 3, just a freshman. Kudrowski going out, a sophomore. Those guys have had a great experience down here and played their hearts out.
Lou Jones in for the Red Hawks. Chris Heyer comes out. Jim Goff comes in for the Cardinals. Heyer had the great game against Ricori on Thursday. Had a great game last night, too, against Minneapolis North, scoring 20 points. He leaves the game with 19 here tonight.
Heyer has been so consistent for Staples Motley. Always intense, always ready to play. He didn't back down from anybody.
Stevens out, Otteson out. Jamie Nichols in. Rob Opheim in. Scott Moore in for the Cardinals. And Kelly will check out of the game, and he should get a great hand. Eric Kelly with 33 points in this 3rd place game. Bob Hazuka taking his place. What a player. .30 seconds left. Ryan Blomsrud in the game for the Red Hawks. Missed 3 for Mike Verdorn. Rebounded by Scott Moore, and now Moore will go to the line. Foul called on Jason Cutshall. Moore, a junior, 5'9". Staples Motley has always been a very fundamentally sound team and a very good free throw shooting team. And here they go pretty deep into their bench. And Scott Moore, who's sat down in the tournament all the way until the final minute, steps into the game and hits 2 free throws.
That's right. Being fundamentally sound is something that doesn't just happen now, Dick. It's good coaching. It's starting at the youth level and really working on the basics.
Tip and a steal for Hazuka. Short with the finger roll, and it's rebounded by Verdorn. Off the glass, no good, and Staples Motley wins the third-place game, 74-60. And they do indeed complete their 2 years in the Sweet 16 format with a 6-2 mark. They defeated 2 AA teams in the 2 years, and the 2 losses going to Minneapolis North, champions of at least 1 of those 2 years. Pretty impressive 2 years in the state tournament for the Cardinals. Eric Kelly, split lip and all. Phenomenal game. And you may see the Cardinals here next year in a different format, in a different class. All their starters are back. Kelly will probably take a week off and then pick up the basketball again, start shooting those free throws and 3-point shots. Staples Motley taking home the third-place trophy as soon as it is presented to them, and Minnehaha Academy with a great run as well, with 2 upsets of top-rated teams in the 2 classes, and they'll go home with a 4th-place trophy.
By 5 members of the Minnesota State High School League Board of Directors. They are Dean Suter of Anoka, Steve Zachary of St. Paul, John McBroom of Mora, Don Hanson of Long Prairie, and Tom Holland of Foston. They're being assisted by Skip Peltier, the Associate Director of the High School League and the Tournament Director. Will the captain or captains of Minnehaha Academy please come forward to receive their consolation trophy. That's a 4th-place trophy. 4th-place trophy. Congratulations to the assistant coach, David Aldridge, and the head Redhawks coach, Bill Carlson, and the entire Minnehaha Academy official party. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to announce the winners of the Sportsmanship Awards. The Minnesota State High School League, with the support of First Bank, is pleased to sponsor a Sportsmanship Award for its member schools. This award recognizes and rewards school communities that display good sportsmanship while competing in a state championship tournament. The banners will be presented this evening by Mr. Bruce Soma, First Bank District Manager. And the Sportsmanship Committee has selected the schools to receive the banners. Will the cheerleaders of Minnehaha Academy please come forward? And will the cheerleaders of Staples Motley please come forward? Congratulations to both teams for winning the Good Sports banners. And now bronze medals will be presented to each member of the winning team from Staples Motley. Please come forward as your name is called. Jeff Yeager, Jamie Nichols, Derek Matilla, Scott Moore. Eric Kelly. Andrew Burrows. Kyle Stevens. Craig Naska. Jeremy Brodeur. Bob Hazuka. Jim Goff. Rob Opheim. Dan Otteson. Josh Perfetti. Chris Heyer. Student manager Scott Brever. And student manager Matt Heyer. And now to receive the third place trophy will the captain or captains of Staples Motley please come forward. Congratulations to the Red Cardinals assistant coach Kevin Coughlin and the head Staples Motley coach Lynn Peterson and the entire Staples Motley official party. That concludes the award ceremony for this third place game.
The trophy case in Staples Motley is filling up rather rapidly. Second place trophy last year, third place trophy this year. Quite a year for the Cardinals. They lost to just two teams, Fergus Falls and Minneapolis North, two AA teams. Let's go to Jeff Grayson.
Thanks, Dick. I'm with Eric Kelly, 33 for 22. Congratulations, Eric, on this game. And your thoughts on this game and the tournament as it went for you again?
Well, I was just glad that we could come back and play Cardinal basketball. We didn't really show up yesterday, and I'm glad we could come out and play a nice game today and come out with a victory. It's a nice consolation after the loss yesterday.
What's the mindset going into a third place game? I know the natural thing would be somewhat of a letdown, but how did you guys approach this one when you guys were talking about it?
We didn't see it as a letdown. Obviously, we lost yesterday, but we just got to bounce back. This is a big game to us. We had a lot of pride coming in, and we wanted to win this for ourselves, and we did that.
How much fun has this year been? 29-2, and as you said, you make it to the Final Four and you take third.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been great playing with all these guys. We're going to miss the two seniors that we got. They're dedicated this year, and I don't know, it was a lot of fun. We had great success, and thank that to everyone that worked out hard, and it was a nice season.
How determined are you as to get here for next year? Because like you said, two seniors go, but you have a lot of guys, including yourself, coming back.
Yeah, we didn't have a senior start for us. We got most guys returning, and we're looking forward to next year. But right now, we just want to celebrate this win and this season. Worry about next year come this summer.
Before we let you go, I got to ask you, the championship game coming up. You know Minneapolis North well. They're playing Fertile Beltrami. What do you think about that one?
Fertile Beltrami's got tough game to handle. I mean, North is pretty good, but I really haven't seen Fertile Beltrami that much. Obviously, they're a great team if they're going to be in the final game or championship game also. So I think maybe it'll be a good game.
All right, Eric, thanks for joining us. Congratulations.
Thank you.
33 points for Eric Kelly. Staples Motley wins the third place game, 74-60. More game time on UPN 9 in a moment.
Mouth-watering offer from Subway. Buy a 6-inch Subway seafood and crab sub and get a second absolutely free. That's 2 6-inch Subway seafood and crab subs for the price of 1. You can't afford to let them pass.
There are bounties in life you couldn't begin to measure, and yields that take a generation to know. For that other crop coming up, there's Basis Post-Emergence Herbicide. Basis is one pest control of the grasses and broadleaf weeds that worry you most for about $12 an acre, half the cost of most pre-programs. Basis, 'cause life's a harvest, and corn isn't all you're raising.
Keith and Stephanie Brennan each opened a portfolio IRA, not just because it combines various accounts into one plan with one easy-to-read statement. They open portfolio IRAs because they can include a wide range of options from both First Bank and FPS Investment Services, which gives them the flexibility to go in whatever direction they ultimately decide to go.
With 4 doors, tons of interior space, comfortably contoured seating, and a great stereo, the Plymouth Neon sedan is a huge kick for cruising. While the Plymouth Neon Espresso Coupe's 132 horsepower engine and fully independent suspension make it a real kick in the passing lane. Plymouth Neon Coupe or sedan, it's never middle of the road. $99.95 for starters, $12.7 nicely equipped.
74-60, Staples Motley, the third place winner over Minnehaha Academy. And Staples Motley getting to the Final Four 2 straight years, 6-2 in the tournament, and they may very well have lost those 2 games to the two state champions in 1995 and 1996. And they do have an awful lot of talent coming back next year. It figures that if you go from what is really a 1-class tournament into a 4-class tournament, it would be easier for teams to come back and win a championship. Eric Kelly leading a very strong junior class that'll be back next year.
That's right. And again, like, as you mentioned, watch a great highlight of Eric Kelly and his performance today. That was Stevens over to Kelly launching that 3-pointer.
33 points for Eric Kelly. He's our American Dairy Association player of the game, who will receive a certificate and donation sent to Staples Motley High School on behalf of Eric Kelly from your local dairy farmers who ask, got milk?
Well, when you think about this format, the Sweet 16, a 2-year experiment for the state of Minnesota, for Staples Motley to come in 2nd and 3rd out of all the schools, you know, over 400 schools in Minnesota, Class A and AA. They should be very proud. And I think you could hear that Eric Kelly felt that this game was really important and a positive experience as well. And
as we mentioned in the outset, there's certainly nothing embarrassing about losing to Minneapolis North. They're one of the more talented teams this tournament has seen in many years. And certainly there's no disgrace in losing to anybody, but this was a game I think Staples Motley wanted to win. And a tough game really for Minnehaha Academy to come back and win after the disappointment of last night. Staples Motley just didn't play very well last night. Right. Minnehaha Academy had a chance and didn't get it. That's right. I think that might have played into it. They looked tired. They looked kind of flat. And they just weren't playing the same kind of structured basketball that we've seen them play that enabled them to get this far. All Sport Thirst Quencher salutes the winner of the 3rd place game, Staples Motley. In fact, just making it this far demonstrates a championship effort by both schools. Players, coaches, teachers, parents, and the entire student body should all be congratulated. All Sport Thirst Quencher considers everyone involved a winner and salutes everyone from the Staples Motley High School and Minnehaha Academy on their championship effort. The Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, makers of All Sport, will donate $100 in the name of each school to the Minnesota State High School League General Scholarship Fund. Congratulations to Staples Motley and Minnehaha Academy. The championship game is coming up in about 20 minutes or so. Minneapolis North trying to successfully defend its championship against a challenger from Class A. This time it's fertile Beltrami, an undefeated team. The Falcons have won 3 games to get here. They've won 30 games to get here, really, and we'll see if they can make it 31. It'll be an interesting matchup between a small school and a big school for the last time in the immediate future. We'll return with that game in just a little while. We'll take a break and be back to the Civic Center in just a little bit.
San Francisco leads New York 540 to 300.
In the future, it won't be just how hard you play, but how good your sports drink works.
Please make your selection.
With a third more carbs than Gatorade and B vitamins to unlock carbohydrate energy. All Sport is not just a thirst quencher. It's a body quencher.
Isn't that new 300-pound ball?
Yeah, here you go.
Right now, your Hyundai dealer's got more. It's the all-new Elantra with more power than Civic, Sentra, Escort, or Corolla, and more interior room than any of them. But even with all these advantages, Elantra costs less than the competition. And right now, our 169 lease makes the all-new Elantra a lot more car. Test drive the all-new Elantra at your local Hyundai dealer today.
Hi there. I'm Jack Prescott, one of the busiest bankruptcy lawyers in Minnesota. I can take the fear and the worry out of your bankruptcy. I've filed over 20,000 cases. This is all I do, and I do it well. Call me today, Jack Prescott.
Automatic Garage Door and Fireplace is Minnesota's largest garage door company, featuring LiftMaster garage door openers. Powerful, super quiet, and loaded with safety features. Now on sale at Automatic Garage Door and Fireplace.
Introducing same-day dentures. From only $190, you can have dentures custom-made for you the same day. Our own dentist and on-site lab saves you time and money.
Now that's something to smile about.
Same-day dentures.
Don't go to a superstore to buy an Apple Macintosh. Go to the Apple specialists, Team Electronics. You'll find a wider selection, competitive prices, and
service and support. That's the team difference.
This is a Minnesota 9 News Update.
Good evening, I'm Sarah Jarvis in the Minnesota 9 newsroom with this news update. 2 off-duty Minneapolis police officers are on administrative leave tonight following a fatal shooting overnight. It happened at the Riverview Supper Club just before 1:30 this morning. The officers say they heard shots in the parking lot, went to investigate, saw a robbery, and the suspect took off. Police say the suspect, 28-year-old Keith Jackson, stopped, pointed the gun at officers. Officer Dwayne Walker told Jackson to drop the gun. He didn't, and Walker shot him. Police nabbed an accomplice a short ways away. The 4 robbery victims were not seriously hurt. Do toy guns lead to real violence? Well, on St. Paul's East Side, they are not waiting to find out. Community activists stage a first-ever toy gun buyback today. Kids who turned in toy weapons got a family pass to the Children's Museum.
Numbers of kids walking around with real guns makes me worry and think that if we can start talking about getting away from guns earlier, not having guns around, we're going to be better off.
And organizers say it's not just about guns. The whole idea of the program is to encourage nonviolent play. Veteran astronaut Robert Overmyer is dead, killed in a light plane crash in Duluth. Overmyer was a test flying a small engine prototype when it spun out of control and crashed near the airport. Overmyer commanded the Space Shuttle Challenger before it exploded. He was 59 years old. Well, the tips are coming in, but still no solid leads in the search for missing 15-year-old April Buchner. April lives with her sister and was last seen at BT Bombers Boxing Club in St. Paul on Tuesday. A trucker found her book bag in Oklahoma on Thursday, but a search of the area in Oklahoma found nothing. Missing Children's Minnesota is planning a nationwide release of April's missing poster next week. Representative Jeff Beltrami said, "I'm sorry" to the full House, but he won't admit he misused the state campaign contribution refund program. Beltrami escaped being kicked out of the House by 22 votes. Instead, he had to apologize.
I've said things to people and about people that I now regret. To anyone who has been offended by my actions or remarks, I'm very, very sorry.
Now, Beltrami admitted to spreading false rumors against his enemies, but he says he will run again for his House seat in the fall. But a 5th DFL senator says he won't run again. Carl Croning of Minneapolis says there's more to life than the legislature, so the 67-year-old says he's not going to seek re-election. Croning joins 4 other DFLers throwing in the towel from the Senate and several DFLers in the House who say they too will not run. 3 Duluth teenagers are in trouble for stealing credit card numbers. One of the 15-year-olds is facing fraud charges, and more charges are expected against the other boys. Now, police say the kids got a hold of the online software program that allowed them to take the numbers from any card from any bank and make unlimited credit card numbers. Well, police say the teens have been doing this since November and were caught after a retailer got suspicious and called police. No word yet on how much money the kids allegedly racked up in fraudulent bills. Well, we are in for a blast of winter this weekend. Our gray skies are going to bring snow, rain, maybe even some thunder. Stephanie will be back with the details on our watches and advisories right after this.
Dodge Dakota is #1 in resale versus Ford, Chevy, and GMC. #1 in horsepower, #1 in torque, even #1 in towing. In fact, Dodge Dakota is ranked #1 in more categories versus any compact. So it should come as no surprise that across America, Dodge pickups are #1 in sales growth. Now get up to $3,500 off on Dodge Dakota, including $1,000 cash back.
There are bounties in life you couldn't begin to measure, and yields that take a generation to know. For that other crop coming up, there's Basis post-emergence herbicide. Basis has won past control of the grasses and broadleaf weeds that worry you most for about $12 an acre, half the cost of most pre-programs. Basis, 'cause life's a harvest, and corn isn't all you're raising.
The Thompsons got their home equity installment loan from First Bank, not just because they could finance their car and deduct the interest, or get convenient ways to manage their money, or pay for the new addition to their home. They chose First Bank because the bank loaned them 100% of the equity in their home, which let them consolidate their finances and their family all at once.
For special rates and no closing costs, apply by phone today.
Wow, look at this car.
Ooh, dual airbags, too.
Great interior. Look at all the room.
I like that. That's cool.
Nicely equipped. Big back seat.
Now,
I could drive this car. Power windows and door locks. Very spacious.
Hey, Frankie,
If you'd like a better look at the Accord than you got at the auto show, see your Honda dealer. Because the real show starts when you drive it. And right now, you can get 3.9% APR financing for 48 months on any model Accord.
Excuse me, could you please remove your hat?
Well, winter is coming back to the Twin Cities big time. Stephanie is in the Weather Center with details. Steph?
I'm keeping a close eye on it, Sarah. I tell you, when we look at the temperature map, it doesn't look all that, it looks pretty harmless, but there's a lot of things going on out there. 36 degrees in the Twin Cities right now. Elsewhere, it's 40 in Rochester, 29 in Alexandria. Let's go to NextRad and see where the precipitation is right now. We've got a band of snow basically to our north. Now, as you head into Wisconsin, part of that is some rain. Look to the south, you can see some rain in northern Iowa. They may be even getting some thunderstorms tonight. Some flurries around the Twin Cities now, so it's going to be a mixed bag of precipitation. Now, I want to tell everybody, especially those people who are in town for tournaments, who may have some travel plans, that there are those advisories out there. There's a blowing snow advisory in northwest Minnesota, a winter storm warning in west central Minnesota, and a winter storm watch just to our north. Now, we are out of that, but we can definitely expect some weather with this. And when it's all said and done, Sarah, there could be 5 to 8 inches of snow on the ground up to our north, and we may have a little bit here as well. So.
Wow. Okay.
Welcome back, winter.
Exactly.
I'll have the full forecast, though, of course, and all the details after the game.
Okay. Look forward to it. Thanks, Steph. Well, in sports, high school basketball at the Civic Center tonight, college hoops at the Metrodome today, the final of the Midwest Regional. Kentucky and Wake Forest, the Kentucky mascot kind of shadowboxing there, sort of what the Kentucky team did today. The Wildcats jumped out to an early lead. Tony Delp with the dunk for Kentucky. They were up 38-19 at the half. Wake's big man, Tim Duncan, tried to get his club back in it. Duncan with the hook here. The Kentucky clobbers another opponent. Tony Delp inside. Earlier, outside. this time. Kentucky going to the Final Four, winning easily over Wake Forest at the Dome. Well, the Gopher hockey team also in the NCAA tournament. They're looking for their first national championship in 17 years. The Gophers' first-round opponent, the Friars of Providence. To Munn Arena in East Lansing, Michigan we go. Doug Woog back behind the bench, fresh off his one-game suspension. First period, Gophers strike first. White Smith from Ryan Kraft. Gophers up 1-0 quickly. But Providence would answer still in the first. Watch Russ Zugor in the slots. He beats Jeff Moen 1-1 after first period play. White Smith would add another goal in the second, and then in the third, Brian Bonine gets his 100th goal of his career. He bats it out of the air. Gophers advance with a 5-1 win. They will play Michigan in round 2 tomorrow. And Marty Cardova went 3 for 4 and hit his third home run of spring today against Chicago, but Rick Aguilera gave up 3 runs on 7 hits in 5 innings. Bad news, Twins lose 5-3 today. Well, it's one of the hottest late-night infomercials on the airwaves, and this weekend it's being filmed right here in the Twin Cities. The Psychic Friends Network is sponsoring its first Psychic Friends Fair at the Mall of America this weekend. Host Dionne Warwick and some celebrity believers were there too. The network's master psychics were on site to do live in-person readings.
I've been to a psychic before, and I've always chickened out. And today I just felt like it, because I just thought, well, why not?
Well, why not? Today's taping is the network's 11th infomercial. It will air sometime next month. Well, it's one of Hollywood's biggest nights, and crews are busy getting ready for Monday night's Oscars. Even though the surroundings are nice, the controversy surrounding the night is not. Oprah Winfrey is said to be just furious about Jesse Jackson's planned protest. Jackson is calling the film industry unfair because only one of the Oscar nominees is African American. Well, Winfrey, who plans to interview celebrities at the awards, points out that Whoopi Goldberg will host the awards and Quincy Jones will produce. Thanks for joining us. We will be back with full Minnesota 9 newscast tonight after the championship game.
The rewards of Lincoln have been recognized by the most discerning Americans. For the 3rd year in a row, the Robb Report has named Lincoln Town Car one of the 5 best luxury cars in the world. Plus, Consumers Digest just named Town Car a 1996 Best Buy. And now, with this $399 a month lease, plus an additional $500 for current Lincoln lease customers, Town Car is an even better buy. Lincoln Town Car, what a luxury car should be.
Ours has amazing savings for all your spring projects. Get your lawn and garden in shape with tillers from Weed Eater. This garden tiller is $249. A rear tine tiller, $479. Keep your car or truck running strong with Quaker State Motor Oil. A case is $7.08 after rebate. That's just 59 cents per quart. Stock up on spring savings at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Mom, I'm ready. Mom, what's a crack in your block?
Next. Some days it seems like everything takes more time than you expect.
We're triple overtime.
Fortunately, dinner doesn't have to be that way, because in only 30 minutes or less, you can have a delicious meal your family will think took hours to prepare.
Say, looks like somebody got home early today.
Deep. It's what's for dinner.
If we could see the future, we'd avoid hazardous driving conditions. But we can't. That's why Infiniti combined front-wheel drive with their patented rear suspension in the new i30. This provides enhanced traction on slippery roads and improves handling and stability. Personally, I prefer technology that handles the unexpected rather than predicts it. Don't you?
Now, for a limited time, lease the Infiniti i30 with no down payment.
Back at the St. Paul Civic Center, championship Saturday night. We're getting set for Ferro Beltrami and Minneapolis North. A against AA and a hyphen also for the 2nd straight year. Jeff Grayson back at the St. Paul Civic Center. And I want to bring in Governor Arnie Carlson, Minnesota's governor and a great basketball fan. Now, we talked to you, Governor, at the girls' tournament last week, where we had 2 upsets. Not huge upsets, but we did have 2 upsets. Your thoughts looking back at that, and then we'll talk about tonight.
Oh, I'll tell you, I thought, one, the coaching was extraordinary. This is the best coaching I've seen in tournament play so far. The up-tempo basketball pays handsome dividends. And frankly, they were all good teams. They really and truly were. And I think you've seen the same thing in the boys tournament. And I think the interesting part is that 3 of the 4 finalists will come from small schools.
What do you think of that?
Well, I'd like to see the high school league reconsider going to a 4 tournament. I think that's a mistake. I think this works out very well.
I should say it was the coaches. It was like about 80% of the coaches around the state voted to go that way, to go to the 4-class system. But you were just saying a nice, pretty crowded house in here tonight.
Oh, you got a packed house. You got a lot of interest. I think it reflects the very best in Minnesota basketball. This is going to be a tremendous game tonight. Two teams that like to play hard-charging, up-tempo basketball. A lot of talent. And the only thing I would say is Fertile Beltrami can't afford to get behind. They got to stick with North all the way and then do what St. Thomas and Minnehaha Academy did, be able to drag them down to the last minute.
Were you able to see any of the games leading up to today from the boys tournament? Were you able to see anything from it?
No, I've only been able to catch glimpses of it on television. But I'll tell you, that finish of the last game when it was a 3-pointer with, I think, 2 seconds to go was something that'll go down in the history books.
Khalid El-Amin, he's being
a superb player. I mean, you can see why he's being recruited. He does everything, and he's got a great sense of balance and a great sense of knowing where everybody is on the court. And there's no better pressure player around. He's good.
Now, a lot of people talk to you as governor and get a chance to share things with you. When you talk to the high school kids that are playing in these tournaments, hockey, girls basketball, boys basketball, what kinds of things do you like to say to them? Because in this situation, you're watching them, where usually it's the other way around.
Well, I want them to feel that this is a memory that will be with them for the rest of their lives. It's hard to be 17 or 18 and realize that someday you'll be 60. But that is a reality, and they all look back. Both my wife and I have had the delight of being in state tournaments. And at the time, I know I didn't pay that much attention to it. By the way, it was not in basketball, it was wrestling. And now I look back and say, gosh, that was pretty awesome.
What do you like during the game? I mean, you're going to be watching this one. Do you really get wrapped up into the game?
I love the strategy of it, and I love up-tempo basketball. I wish the Big Ten would get more and more up-tempo. Well, it brings out the athleticism of the players. But I think the coaches have done a superb job. If you look at the teams today and compare them to 10, 15 years ago, there's a dramatic difference. I think the coaching has really upgraded the skill levels of the players. And I think in Minnesota, we're going to see more and more good, solid Division I athletes. I just wish I could see more bulk on some kids who are 6'7" and 6'8". That's what we need.
In time, like you said, they're only 17, 18.
Yeah, it will get there. You bet. Well, we had John Thomas, and he was a great contributor. Sure.
Does a game like this, the small town, and then the city school, kind of add to the lore that is the state tournament?
I don't think there's any question about it.